Home Sweet Home Alone is the brand new Disney Plus original film dropping on Disney Plus Day, November 12th. The film stars Ellie Kemper, Rob Delaney, and Archie Yates, and tells us, and Kenan Thompson as well. Tells us about a couple played by Kemper and Delaney. They're going through house troubles, about to sell their house. And they have a doll that is going up for sale for $200,000. And they believe that one of the boys who was at their house sale, played by Archie Yates, took their doll, so they're trying to break in and get their doll back. While at the same time, Archie Yates' character is the Macaulay Culkin character, basically from the first Home Alone, who is setting up all these traps for the main couple. The film's an hour and 39 minutes and is PG. Welcome back to a brand new Disney Plus movie review. We haven't done one of these in a while here in Max Talks Movies. They don't really do that many original films. Here's a new one though. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell. That's the best way to support this channel. Movie reviews, TV show reviews, streaming platform reviews, movie rankings, box office breakdown show, all these things. So please subscribe, ring the bell. Also, please comment down below. Let me know your ranking of the Home Alone films. If you have not seen this, or if you have seen this, I would love to know your list in the comment section down below. And please like the video. Let's start with Home Sweet Home Alone. So I was not that pumped. I was just pretty much meh. Kind of expected a by the numbers redo of the Home Alone film. That this is in the same universe or the same time period as the original Home Alone. There's a cameo in it, not by, well, I'm not gonna spoil it. It does connect. It doesn't really connect to the first Home Alone film. There's a character from the first two films that is in this film, kind of connecting it and saying, oh, this is what happened in the first two films. I was also upset because Mikey Day, who's arguably my favorite cast member right now at SNL, is a writer for this film. He's also in the film for a little bit, but he is a writer, one of the screenplay writers and story credits for this film. So that also got me excited. I also like Archie Yates a lot. Archie Yates was one of the funniest aspects of Jojo Rabbit. Really, really funny. So let's get into this film. My only positive is Archie Yates. Let's just start with there if you can already get my feelings on it. Archie Yates is really funny, just like he was in Jojo Rabbit. The sad part is that he is sadly not the main character in this film. While it was all over the posters, and while the first two Home Alone films are really about Macaulay Culkin as the main characters, and the intruders are the side characters who don't get the big subplot, this movie kind of reverses that. Again, if you haven't seen any of the Home Alone films, you can also watch this film as well. But this film reverses the plots of the first two, in which the intruders this time are the main characters, and the kid who's setting up all these traps, it really isn't the main character. But Archie Yates, when he gets on screen, he's a fun, likable actor. He has some fun in this movie, and he's fun to watch. But I just want to get in my negatives because I really did not like this movie at all. It was one of the worst experiences I've had watching a movie all year. It was just not very good, really, from start to finish. And that plot switch that I told you of does not help this film at all. It tries to make the intruders, which is this couple, the first 30 minutes of this movie is basically explaining to you why this couple needs this doll back. Ellie Kemper and Rob Delaney, they need this doll back. They're going to sell the house. The doll can make them a lot of money, keep the house. And at the same time, there's a kid who is supposed to be normally the main character of this film, but he is so sidelined. So the couple, but it's weird because again, the intruders are committing a crime. They're going into this kid's house, trying to intrude and do all of these things. And why would they be the main character? They make you, I guess, they make you somewhat feel bad. They do make you feel bad for sure for the main couple, but then they're doing a crime by intruding on the kid's home. So it just leaves you just bland about why am I caring about this couple if I do feel bad for them, but they're also going to intrude on this poor kid's house. It just did not, from a plot point of view and a story point of view, made absolutely no sense why the couple is the main characters in this film. It's not the kid, which is disappointing because Archie Yates should have been given more screen time. It just felt like, from a writing point of view, that they just did not believe Archie Yates could carry this movie. It's what it felt like, because I think he could. He's a really funny actor. I know I just saw him in bits and pieces in Jojo Rabbit, but he is really, really funny. And I thought if they given him a chance, he could have really carried this movie, even to make it average or above average with the writing that it was given to the film. But because he's really not in the movie that as much as he should be, at times there's aspects, there's like 10 to 10 minute chunks where he's not even in the film. They also cut back to Archie Yates' mom, who I saw in a Paul Rudd show a couple years ago on Netflix, where he plays the twins. That's the mom. She is also a meaningless subplot. We keep cutting back to her because she and her family leave her son, and they're in Tokyo. So you have a whole back and forth with her. She's trying to get on the flight to Tokyo. There's a whole airplane bit that was awful in the film. And it just feels meaningless plot because they need you to remember that the mom does care about her son. I mean, it's just little writing mistakes like that. This movie also is really weird because it's obviously target for this movie is kids. There's also a lot of adult jokes that go right over, kids' heads. There's an O.J. Simpson joke, yes, in a PG movie. There's an O.J. Simpson joke within this mix in with multiple fart jokes, with people saying lit, and all of these 2020, I mean, just this thing, the movie doesn't know what it is at times too. It wants to be a throwback to the first Home Alone, but it also wants to be its own thing, but also wants to be Home Alone 2021. And because your main characters is this couple, when they're making terrible, I mean, some of the dumbest decisions that you'll see all year when they're in the home of Archie Yates, you just don't buy how dumb they are. And it's a little bit too cartoonish how absolutely dumb these characters are, but these are our main characters who we're supposed to be rooting for, but also they're intruding. So it's just a weird combination that just did not sit well with me. As I said, the last 40 minutes of this movie, it really is the Home Alone-ism. It really doesn't feel like a Home Alone movie until the last 40 minutes of the film. And you never explain why Archie Yates wants his house by himself. They realize he doesn't. And the movie is trying so hard to have a message that the home doesn't make a family. It's the family itself. And I think that message is a good one, but the film doesn't really make sense why that's the main theme, because obviously it's not, because the whole intrusion stuff, there's some really bad, meaningless, I mean, the actual scenes don't make any sense how this kid could get all these different things. That's why the Macaulay Culkin first Home Alone movie was such a classic to a lot of people. And I really do like the first Home Alone as well, is because the things that he was doing to the characters did feel somewhat attainable, that they could find in the house. The stuff that Archie Yates has, I don't know how he got half the stuff and how he pulled off half the stuff. It just didn't feel realistic at all. So overall, I just really did not enjoy this experience from start to finish. I hated that the couple was the main characters of the film. I felt really bad for Archie Yates, who should have been the main character, but wasn't really given that much screen time instead of this main couple that I don't know how adults, if you're an adult, I don't know how you're going to watch this by yourself. If you're watching with a family, there's like a 20-minute bit of fun enjoyment when they're actually doing the intruding stuff at the house. There's some fun bits in there, but overall, I just really did not enjoy myself. And I felt bad because Archie Yates is a fun young actor who I wish was given the opportunity to be the lead character in this film, but he sadly was not. So I'm going to give this film a 0.5. I'm sorry, 0.5 out of 5. I'm going to give this a 15%. A 13%. I just did not like this film at all from start to finish. Really disappointed. Easily one of the worst films that I've seen all year, and a really bad thing. And this comes from 20th Century Fox. Maybe Disney just wanted to drop this, but they did drop this on Disney Plus Day. So weird movie. It's getting really crapped on. I'm going to add on to that. I really did not like this movie. I do not recommend it. If you want to watch any type of Home Alone film, watch the first one heading into Christmas. That's my thoughts on this film. Please like the video, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, upcoming videos. This weekend, I'll have my season 1 non-spoiler review of I Know What You Did Last Summer. Already today, I did my review of Red Notice, the new Netflix. So I'll leave that link of the new movie reviews. All my movie reviews are right there, 92 of them. So if you've seen any movie, I'm sure I've seen it. Click that playlist right there. My box office breakdown show will be on Monday. Ghostbusters Afterlife review on Thursday. So a lot going on. I'll see you guys there.